Hello, everybody. Hey, hi. Hey, look at that. Look at that. I fixed the chat thing. It actually says Primordia instead of Resident Evil 4. And probably slightly more importantly, I'm Robin and Jack without a C. And, hey. This is Primordia. So, what is Primordia for those of you jumping in late? We're playing as Horatio No Build version 5. That version 5 is really important. Together with Crispin, we have been roaming around in space or somewhere, maybe on this planet. And we got taken down by a rogue brick of a robot who stole our power core after shooting us straight in the chest. We're kind of miffed about that. So we're now on the search either for our original power core or a brand new one. But along the way, we've discovered there have been other Horatio null builds, or rather, previous versions of ourselves have been around doing stuff. So now that we're facing the fact that we got to go to Metropole, which Horatio doesn't want to go to because he doesn't remember why, but it's pretty much baked into his frickin' circuits. We gotta go. It's the only place left. We cannot get a power core anywhere else. But we also discovered we're kind of responsible for some things that have been going down. We met a giant Goliath that we took down, apparently, in a previous life. We met a guy who met us before we were Horatio No Build version 1. We have realized we may be an entity called Horus. Now, I don't know yet what that means, but now that we're entering Metropole, it's time to see if we can uncover some more. So, hello Crow, hello Malik, hello Liv. I hope everybody's doing well. Now, before we started, Malik asked an incredibly important question that I need everyone to chime in on.
They really roll out the red carpet for visitors, huh, boss?
1 second. What makes for a good French fry? I want us to ponder this as we get started. This is especially funny considering that the whole first episode of the game was Horatio being like, I hate Metropole. I'm never going to Metropole. That place sucks. And episode 2 is just a smash cut. Here we are in Metropole, pretty much. Oh, not quite Friday for me yet, but oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Is that really Metropole out there?
It must be.
But it's so brown.
I'd say it's more red than brown.
Whatever it is, it brings new meaning to rust and ruin.
But I am looking forward to Friday. I got some karaoke ahead of me. I've been building up my song list. Very excited.
It's no longer operational. Why would someone put a cannon inside a subway station?
Why not?
Probably for training purposes. Training purposes, get it?
Ow. Ow.
I got it.
Pain. Pain. Hi, Rose.
This is no time for sitting around.
Maybe it is
Some old
time.
chairs.
Maybe it is time for sitting around. You don't
Some
know.
kind of blast crater. Some kind of...
Maybe we gotta just take a
It's
second,
a clock.
okay?
I can't make out the time under all the dust and soot.
He is such a rapscallion. But hi, Rose. How you doing? Yeah, my karaoke... so, I'll talk about the karaoke set list later. Right now, what's a good French fry? I love a good crinkle cut. But I also like a
The energy
wedge.
sensor's going crazy.
It's coming from the top of that tower.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to just be surviving. I'm glad you're here, though. Hopefully, for the next couple hours, we'll have a good chill time.
Boss? Is it supposed to be doing that?
Sure, that looks normal.
Assad.
Well, at least we know there's a lot of power in that tower, right?
Did that?
Let's go find out.
Oh. Hi.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light.
Oh, you're sweet.
Can you tell me?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries.
Oh.
Welcome to Metropole, the city of glass and light. Metromine greets you with open arms and the promise of energy and shelter.
Metromine?
You are safe.
I feel less safe now that you've said something like Metromind.
Records indicate an outstanding assessment of 5 megacycles. 1 megacycle will now be redeemed.
What did you just do to him?
This one is not programmed to respond to queries. Unauthorized literature detected.
Oh.
Let go of him. Hey!
The Book of Man! The Gospel of Man!
All contraband has been removed. You are safe.
Boss? Boss, this is getting to be a bad habit. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
My
Crispin was
optical
not...
sensors went haywire for a minute.
He's not bleeding everywhere.
What happened?
Well, that robot threw your gospel off the bridge. And then it said, "Welcome to Metropole," again. And that Metromind wishes us a pleasant stay. Then he left.
Basad.
On the upside, he gave us back the power core.
He did?
No.
Crispin, the
Dude.
next thing that's getting thrown off this bridge is you.
Good thing I have a hover unit.
Let's go find a way into that tower. We'll deal with this Metromind later.
I feel like we're going to have to deal with it a lot sooner than that. Burnt
The entire
sensor.
thing is fried.
No.
Actually, wait a minute. The crystal and plug are still intact.
Oh, let's get those out of there.
Please,
Hey.
for the love of Ram and Rom, tell me we are not going to build a third energy sensor.
I
Third
hope not.
energy sensor. Third energy sensor.
How would that even work?
I don't know. Try. Screw it. Anyway, so let's see. Catching up with the chat. Checked and Primordia only has 6 fix on the O3 and no Horatio/Crispin among them. What? Latest one was just posted, updated 2023, November 23rd though. Fanfiction.net has none. RIP. French fries, the texture has to be just right. The crisp. I also grew up on American fast food joints. So a French fry for me will always be the straight cut ones. Classic. Like them crispy and unsalted though. I personally really, like, I don't mind a straight cut, but I need them a little salty. I think that's when they are at their best, personally. But I also like to use fries as a conveyance device for different things. Oh my god, Lindsay, 10 to 9. Screw that. You are allowed to die. Don't actually die. Please don't. I like you too much. If you died, I'd be really sad. But, let's see. A waffle fry is also a classic. But, you know, I think waffle fries are like the narrowest field of love because you can't just dip it into ketchup quite so easily. You gotta drizzle it on. It is the most drizzleable fry. This is pretty good.
Quite a tower.
Let's see. What kind of being calls themselves Metromind? I know, right? A contraband!
Hey, Tyra, over here.
Oh.
Can't you see I'm trying to spin down?
A big yellow robot.
Slag off.
No, I wanna...
Slag
Oh.
off.
Fine.
Hey, Tyra, over here.
It's a price list for the oils, solvents, and catalysts they offer here.
We'll get to you in a second, dude. Come on.
At the bottom, it says that all payments must be made through an account with Metromind, which I don't plan on opening.
So Metromind also controls currency.
It's a price list.
That's
The mug belongs to the bar.
that's
It's a
terrifying.
big blue cup.
Boss, I need that arm.
Yes, you do.
Crispin, it appears to be a self-aware robot.
Now I need it even more. Can you imagine? The adventures of Crispin and his arm. For once, I would have a sidekick. He would crack jokes, and I would say lame things like, "It appears to be a self-aware robot." Heck, on second thought, you can be the serious one, I'll be the sidekick.
Hello?
Boss, he's an arm robot, not a mouth robot.
You don't
I
know.
wouldn't expect much of a conversation.
Oh, come on. Well, fine. What else do we got? We got
I
taps.
have to buy something.
Oh,
They're taps for dispensing oil.
oil, you say?
It's a price list. They belong to the bar. High-end astringent and catalytic fluid.
Looks like there's nothing else here. Let's see what this dude's got to say, 'cause he keeps calling us Tyro.
Hey, Tyro. You blow in off the dudes?
Oh, and live. It would be about 6 hours until Friday. So we're getting there. Very close. Little under 6. Hi, Mara. Unfortunately, I do want to finish the thing I'm working on. Tragic. I'm really sorry that you just worked yourself to the bone for the betterment of mankind. Adventure Game Studio had a blue cup as a running thing. I'm gonna have to go back and see the first play of this. It's so pretty. Oh yeah. This is a fun game. And I don't know if it's an AGS reference. I wonder.
Tyro?
Prefer a newbie, huh? Look, let me tell you how it is.
How about you don't? I've had enough of this city already. All I want is my property back and a ticket home.
Ticket home.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Fat chance, Tyro. Anyway, listen up. You want to sell yourself to Metro Mine? Go ahead. You want to trade that junk you brought in from the dunes? Leopold's your man.
Leopold, you say?
Go to that. I'll give you something special for him.
Nope.
How special?
He's not for sale. The only thing you might have that I want is information.
Well, you know what they say. Talk's cheap. Ask away.
All right. Let's see what this dude is
Who
about.
are you?
Name's Leo. Leopold Steeplebuilt.
Oh, he's the Leopold.
You.
I probably should have guessed that, actually.
Horatio No Build, version 5. And this is Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
I get the names now. They're literally maker surnames.
Leopold? Hey, you didn't build a lunatic named Ever Faithful, did you?
Do I look like I'd build someone named Ever Faithful Crispy?
Crispy?
Oh, this is a good nickname, though.
What are you selling?
Bartering, not selling. Metro Mine don't tax barter. Not yet, anyway. Come take a look.
Oh. So, I'm going to state right up front, we're not going to buy anything just yet. But, hey, another finger. We are going to keep all of this in mind. In fact, what I'm going to do, just for my own sake later, we're going to jot down what Leopold has to sell. Or barter with, rather. So, we got a water chip.
That's a water chip.
Uh-huh.
Scavenger brought it in from the dunes. I traded for a keg.
Wait. Isn't it-
A what?
Never mind. We don't need water, let alone a water chip.
That's a Fallout reference, isn't it? That's a freaking Fallout 1 reference. You got me. I'm erasing
That's
that.
a nice one. It's called a memory access device. Let you pull memories out of just about anything.
What do you want for it?
Got a customer looking for something real antique and fancy.
Oh, God. I'm starting to think about, like, oh, should I play Fallout 1 on here? And I am just thinking about how terribly I would do with that.
Find me that, you got yourself a deal.
Ooh.
I'll trade it for something.
Hello. What's up? Oh, thank you. I wasn't expecting you, but I appreciate it. Ah, it's all good. Hi, Locke.
Hi, I'll be in the chat momentarily.
Hell yeah. You want to take a screenshot or take a photo? Oh, okay, jotting down works great too. Yeah, like this is like easier for me. Plus, I can keep access to everything. Real antique and fancy. Okay. Antique, fancy. Okay. What do we got next? We got a plug board.
Plug board.
I know what it is.
Okay then. Bring you something that'll cover a face and it's yours.
So we're bringing a face cover for that. I kind of like
Good idea,
this shop
Leopold.
setup.
You'd look much better with a mask.
Watch yourself, Crispin.
Anyway, we don't have time to go around building circuit boards.
Famous last words, boss.
But what if we do? Servo?
That servo unit is hopelessly broken.
It just needs a little fixing up, Tyro.
I don't think so.
Okay, so we're not going to use that. Maybe.
That's a fine tool. Got a half-life of 1,000 years, guaranteed.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure you know what half-life means.
You want it or not, I'll trade it to you for something shiny.
Shiny. Okay.
Boss, is that another battery?
Looks like it.
Finest AA battery you'll ever see. May as well call it AAA. It's so fun.
I don't think that's how it works.
Wow, that would have been useful to have before I went rummaging around a pile of tires in the junk pile. Now, not so much.
We don't need enough.
Okay, we don't need the battery. Fine, Horatio. I don't agree, but okay.
Fine motor you spotted there, Tyro.
Motor.
Ford built out of Savita's. Can't do better. But if you can find a bigger one, let's talk.
Wait. You want me to trade your motor for a bigger motor? That's just rude.
There's an old Nova Robotics subsystem going.
Not interested.
Oh, okay. No, just not even bother writing that one down.
Sterling air motor.
Would it help me fly?
Nope.
Then we don't need it.
Don't need that.
Hey, look, boss, it's a glass finger. If we got 5 of them, I could have a hand.
What would you do with a glass hand?
What wouldn't I do?
You want it? You're gonna need to bring me a glass thumb.
Crispin, I got questions.
Oh, go wipe yourself.
Oh my god. Tape measure.
Ooh, get it, boss, get it.
Why do we need a tape measure?
So I can finally determine my circumference.
That's very handy.
I'm gonna do us all a favor and not trade you this one.
Oh.
Ah, good spot there, Tyro.
Fuel cell.
She's a fine micro fuel cell.
What's the catch?
Well, she's drained.
I guess that makes it free of charge.
Crispin, I adore you.
We'll pass.
Okay, fine.
A binary abacus. Finest calculating instrument.
I'm fairly certain that my math coprocessor is superior.
Okay, so, of the items that we could potentially trade for, we've got the memory access device. We need to trade for something antique and fancy. A plug board. We need a face cover. Maybe the crowbar if we trade for something shiny. A motor for a bigger motor. And probably a joke, but a glass finger for a glass thumb. Hi, AJ. These two trade off who is Snake and who is Otacon. Yeah. That is a small
He's a
child.
robot dragging chalk along the ground, boss. I wouldn't expect much conversation.
Well, why not?
All storage bladders empty.
I guess that's a good thing.
Okay, let's see what else Leopold's got to say. AJ says, I am here and ready to cyber. AJ, I need to have a conversation with you at some point down the line. And until then, feel free to say that as much as you would like.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
Oh, that's just going to repeat things. Let's get out of that. Who is Metromine?
Who is Metromine?
Who is Metromine? Ross Dan Brilliant, you are Tyro. Metromine? Well, Metromine is Metropole. Runs everything now. What with the council shut down?
Council.
Sure, a bunch of primordial machines. Arbiter enforced the law. The Warriors got the records. Big old factory built just about everything from down in the underworks. And, well, there's another one. Hey,
Hi, B.
I don't even remember his name. And Metromine, of course. She used to run the trains, but now she's got the whole show.
Oh, well, that explains Metromine as a
Where
name.
can I find her?
Like I said, Tyro, she is the city. So you found her already. Probably hopped yourself to her just to get here. Anyway, if she wants to talk to you again, you'll know.
I was robbed when I came off the
I was
train.
robbed when I came off the train. Some robot paralyzed me and stole my gospel of man.
Careful there, Tyro. If you read the rules, you'd have known Metromine don't take kindly to superstition. Under the refuge rule, you got 2 days to talk about make-believe man all you want. But actual writing about man, that gets tossed to the underworks with the rest of the trash and trouble.
How can I get it back?
Ha! You risk inhibitor flaking on you, Tyro?
I never had one.
You'd have to do some digging down in the underworks, which ain't exactly easy. Then, even if you find her, you'll just be sticking your finger in Metro Mind's socket. Like I said, she got no time for heretics, lunatics, and the like.
How about quick-witted levitators?
Don't think she cares for them either.
Aw. Well, I'm very glad that all the jackers in the audience are ready to cyber all over the place. Just all up in my chat. Let's ask for the next thing.
I'm looking for my power core. It was stolen from my ship, the Unique, and I think it's being kept in that tower over there.
Great tower, you mean? Sure, it's probably in there, along with all the other generators, reactors, and cores that keep the lights on.
How can I get it back?
If Metro Mind took it, you don't, Tyro.
Oh.
Her word is law. Arbiter's the only one who ever could have said otherwise. He's been gone a long time. Getting to the courthouse, maybe you complete your case. After half a dozen other folks took their turns, that is. But you can't. No judge locked it up tight. And who's to say you'll win, huh? My advice?
I don't want your advice. I want my power core.
Well then, good luck to you.
I love little sweeper bots. They are the epitome of big scrungly ship designs. Yeah, I love those things. I love all of these like extra designs just roaming about. Like look at these guys. They got all the scrungliness of a good Star Wars droid, but it's not Star Wars, so it's better. I hope that made somebody mad. Sorry we've been gone the past few streams. B and I have been having some date nights. You know what? I'll just come out right out and say it. If you're missing these streams so that you can have dates with your significant other, you're doing okay. Any other excuse, I would throw out. That's pretty good. We went to the park and also saw Monkey Man. I hear such good things about that.
I'm looking for a big robot. It
I want to
floats
watch
and has
it.
large claws and shoots lasers. Have you seen it? It stole something of mine.
Sounds like Scraper to me.
Scraper.
Worked for Metro Mind even before she ran the show. He was the one that blasted out the train tunnels under the city.
Oh, damn, Crow with the snipe. Cyber? I hardly know her. There we go. Damn. Somebody got to it before AJ. God damn.
Where can I find him?
Now, how would I know that? That one goes where he wants. Maybe the Great Tower, maybe the tunnels, who knows? I wouldn't go picking trouble with you, Tyro.
Why not?
Those lasers Scraper used for cutting granite can slice up that tin shell you're wearing like nothing.
Beep, beep, beep. I'm very glad all the jackers in here are just ready to cyber it up with good cracks about what she said. This joke's got legs, unlike Crispin.
Here, here.
How can I find?
That was perfectly timed. How do I get into the
How do I
tower?
get into the tower?
You don't. Council members only.
How do I become a council member?
And the only ones still clicking are Metro Mind and Arbiter. And let me tell you, neither of them is one for bending the rules.
Are you sure you don't know a robot named Ever Faithful? He called himself Leo Built.
I'm a peddler, Tyro, not a builder.
Man, he's got a lot of... Wait, let's see what all he... We're almost there. Okay.
What are the underworks?
A whole mess of junkyards, canals, factories, smelters, bazaar, every kind of heavy machinery. All beneath the streets. Whole factor ran the place. Built just about everything in Metropole down there.
Ran the place. Who's in charge now?
Nobody. Not since Metromine pulled the plug on Factor. Whole place is full of junk and full of trouble. One for the ladder, not a pick to clean.
Well, boss, at least we can scratch one detour off our list. Seen one junk pile, seen them all.
Oh, okay. Arbiter.
Tell me about Arbiter.
He's a member of the council. Heard he used to fight with Metromine day and night. Ran the courts. Well, he used to, back when we had him. One day he just sent his good clarity down to the underworks, and ever since, Metromine says what the law is.
How long ago was that?
Who's counting?
Oh, thank you for the redemption. Hell yeah. Okay.
You don't believe in humanism?
If you asking whether I believe in man, the answer's no. And you better not either. Not if you want to stay here.
But how can you not believe in man?
I'm progressive, Tyro. I believe in progress. Us robots improve ourselves, and that's how it's always been. First, there was a basic machine. And bit by bit, bite by bite, the machine built itself into all this. You and me and that little floater of yours, we're all cogs in that same machine. And that's all there is.
I mean, that's a perfectly reasonable belief system given the context.
Tell me about Clarity.
Clarity was one of Arbiter's law clerks. Real cool and calculating, that one. Once heard say that a robot should have his recharge port fused just cause he'd stolen power from Metromine. Anyway, word was she got in some kind of fight with the old judge and he sent her down to the underworlds. Guess she's still down there stewing.
Goodbye.
Okay. So, what have we learned?
Fine, put me down for another magazine.
This guy, Leopold, is version 7. He may or may not have built Ever Faithful, who we met out in the wastes. But he did. He doesn't remember it. We also learned a few names. We learned more about Metromine, who controls the city. Basically, Shodan. We got Arbiter, who used to control the city and used to battle it out with Metromine, and is now basically just a council member instead of, the big boss. We also got Clarity, who got sent to the Underworks, which is basically the scrap heap for this place. No telling what's down there. Probably super dangerous. And we finally learned the name of our initial foe, Scraper. Turns out he works for Metromine, or maybe almost said Megamind. Or maybe he used to work for Metromine and is now just kind of doing his own thing, stealing stuff. Just because he can. That about sum it up? So far, yeah. Ooh.
There's nothing worth bothering with.
Oh.
There are multiple recharge docks and cots in there. Must be some kind of dormitory.
Oh, that's cute. Welcome. Metromind welcomes you to her city of Metropole. This city is a safe haven for all machines. System records indicate that you have come from Outskirts Station. All newcomers are required to familiarize themselves with local laws. You may also be interested in our history and landmarks. Oh hell yeah. We got some basic here. Laws. We just get burnt out.
Hey, look, something came out of the machine.
Maybe Scraper is building its own Metropole, so it needs all the power stuff. I'd help him with that. Metropolitan Law. Metropolitan Law is too vast for an ordinary robot to learn in full, but Metromind ensures that it is applied efficiently and fairly. Newcomers to the city should familiarize themselves with the Corrupt Data Elimination Plan. Topic, CDAP. Ooh, we should jot that down. And the Refuge Rule, as well as the Efficiency Initiative. CDEP. Boop. Corrupt Data Elimination Plan. In order to protect the city from corrupt data, Metromind and the Ad Hoc Robot Council passed the CDAP, under which all information relating to certain untrue subjects, such as the mythological man, is subject to swift elimination. Physical media containing such data will be disposed of in the Underworks Quarantine Zone. Why are laws, history, and landmarks in all caps? Because they want us to type it. History. Metropole was built in layers by primordial robots, each generation improving on the last in an endless train of progress. Hey, Popes and Bengal. Good to see ya. I hope you're doing well. At one time, the city was governed by a council, but by mutual agreement, sole power was bestowed upon Metromind, for whom the city is now named. Okay, and last is landmarks. In order to conserve energy and improve efficiency, only the city center is now accessible to metropolitan robots. Here, one can find the famed Council Tower rising high above Metropole, the old courthouse, and the historic Central Station, as well as Metropole's main street. For safety's sake, do not enter the underworks. I guess that's everything.
The Law and You. It's written by Clarity Arbiter Built.
Clarity. Go ahead and nab it.
The Law and You. It's written...
I guess we can just hold on to this for now. Can't really read it. And also seems like we only got...
Boss, even if there's some code to crack here so that we can understand what it's saying, I propose we just ignore it. Maybe, for once, the other robot can figure out how to communicate with us.
Agreed.
You know what? That's fair.
Fine. Put me down
Hello,
for
Dusty.
Hey, boss, look!
For safety's sake, do not enter the underworks. No, yeah, you absolutely have to go there now. Oh yeah, absolutely.
That repair bot has a floating helper, just like you do.
There's a red, burning, crashed hover bus and a writhing electrical cable. And that's the first thing you notice?
I can't help it. She's beautiful.
Well, you're not getting to her until we deal with this cable. The bus must have snapped the cable on the way down. Given the electricity it's spitting out, I can't get close to it.
Too bad we can't just plug it into the unique.
Huh. Do we have anything that would help immediately with that? Maybe not. But, you know, for the time being,
Looks like he's trying to fix that crashed hover bus.
we'll just note it for later.
A floating light pot. It's holding a spool of copper wiring.
Excuse me?
It's she. And what is she?
A crashed hover bus.
He is becoming more and more like Otacon every second.
So we're gonna fix it up and do something amazing with it, right, boss?
No, it's not our property or our problem.
If this were an Edgar Wright film, you would. But it's not. Metromine, heed the laws or be destroyed, Horatio. Where are the laws? Metromine, that is a secret. Pretty much.
Well, boss, somewhere in there is our power core.
Oh. I guess we're just kind of motoring right through this. Okay, so, real quick, let's see what we can take a look at. We got a track over
Some kind
here.
of track running up the side of the tower.
Can we go on the track?
It's far too high to try climbing.
Aw. Fine. Door time!
Anybody home?
You know, boss, I don't think that's ever going to work.
You never know.
Yeah, it only has to work once. Oh no. We're just gonna...
That's not it.
Well, shoot. Okay. So, what are the things we got access to? Wait.
A sodium iodide crystal. It pulses when exposed to energy.
Let's take a look at what we have real quick. I just realized. Maybe. Wait. We have a decryption device. Let's figure it out. Let's do this.
How would that even work?
Wait, console.
No Urbanian encryption detected.
Damn it. Okay, fine. Let's see. Anything we could do with this? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So, we don't have a lot of places we can go at this very moment. Pretty much just these couple of screens.
Slag off.
Very funny how they took our Bible but not our plasma blowtorch. Well, plasma blowtorch doesn't have a problem with it.
Leaves lanterns in hard to reach places.
Nah, that's pretty good. Okay. I also have to remember, I can use crispin for things. So let's use crispin
It's
for
too heavy
things.
for me to...
Wait,
It looks like this metal disc is covering something.
Right, Tyro. Down there's the ladder to the underworks.
plasma torch.
It's too thick to cut with the plasma torch. I'll need something stronger to get through that way.
Maybe a bomb? I don't know. A plasma blowtorch is basically a band-aid in this world. Yeah.
Not with that cable in the way. Not with that.
I love that that's basically just a child.
I can't safely grab it.
Okay. Well, how do we safely grab it? Nah. Ooh, we got a door.
Anyone home? It's locked up tight.
Damn. There's another door.
It's locked up.
Let's see. Anything else that we can find just laying on the ground, ready for us to purloin?
Excuse me.
You're excused. If I had hands, I would almost certainly give that guy a spin.
Fine, fine. Put me down for another megacycle.
That seemed a little forward. Okay.
The law?
Can we read this stuff? No, not yet. We've also got a crystal, which maybe that classifies as something shiny? Crispin, you're a floating bomb, right? Ram your face into this metal
Let
plate.
me see your stuff.
Come take a look.
I mean, good idea. So he wants something shiny for the crowbar.
Here you go. A nice shiny crystal.
And one heavy iron crowbar for you.
Hell yeah! Oh, we did it. We got a crowbar.
Why does that not seem like a great deal?
Don't worry about it.
Let me see your stuff.
Come take.
Okay, so the crystal's gone forever. Now we still got memory access device. He wants something antique and fancy, which I don't think we got. Well, actually, maybe the tape deck. You think maybe he would want that?
You call that fancy, Tyrone?
Not fair. Then we got the plug board. We would need a face cover, which we don't really have.
That's not the trade I'm looking for.
That's fair. We don't have a motor. And we don't have a glass thumb. But you know what we do have? We have a crowbar. Hell yeah.
It leads down to the underworks.
Let's do it.
They look like they've been stripped of usable parts. They look like they've been... They look like they...
Ah,
I don't want that sludge in my joints.
that's fair. What else can we find? Oh, looks like that's kinda it. Yeah, let's wander around a little bit, see what else we can find. Maybe there's a path. There is a path. It's a guy!
Oh, hi. Oh, hey. Now look what I see.
Oh no.
The wings of a bunny and his little trainee.
Why is everyone we meet crazy?
Crazy, he says. Oh my, oh dear. I assure you, my comrades, there's nothing to fear. Just little lost me, your brother knight errant. A brother in arms. We have different parents.
Huh. I'm digging this giant junk pile for glass thumbs or giant motors. Yeah, I think both y'all are on the same point. I want to try and poke around here in a second, but there's got to be a big motor somewhere around here, right?
Who are you?
My name is my secret. You can't make me talk. I'd ruin my puzzle, give a key to my lock.
Maybe we'll just call you Screw Loose.
A joker, he seems, for sure not an ace. He needs a small clue to spare him disgrace. For the crowd to adore me, crime is my name. By now, no doubt, you've heard of my fame.
Well, yeah, you just told me. Why primer?
Why Primer?
There's nothing so gorgeous, flawless, or fine as the perfectly indivisible numbers of prime. Consider this list 2 to 199.
Oh, dear God.
Well, that was helpful.
I did get a screenshot of that.
How do you survive down here?
I'm a soldier by trade. Legion built me to last. My armor is sturdy, my pistons are fast. I carry no guns, for my weapon's my mind. And those who would kill me will find themselves primed.
Really, don't you think you're overdoing it? I mean, that barely made sense, and it hardly rhymed.
No, bro.
Oh my god. Okay, so the list of digits that we saw, because of the way I input the numbers, I think I know that it's about 16 digits long. Hex 16, but I don't know how the prime factors in, so I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Why are you here?
When we laid down our arms, my metal was taken. Shrunken nirvana from the cause we'd forsaken. The metropolitan thief cast it deep in this hole, where now it lies buried like bituminous coal.
Hogs and gears, bituminous coal.
You're looking for a medal?
No, my comrade, you've misunderstood. I sit here and wait, as a penitent should. If the metal finds me, I shall flame it straight. But until that day, I shall sit here and wait.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling, and the city awaits.
That's a slant rhyme.
Look like
It
they've
works.
been stripped. There's no way I...
Let's see, can we cross over that? No. How about this?
This vehicle looks more intact than the others. This vehicle...
Well then, let's explore. Large hatch!
It's rusted shut.
Well, guess what? We got a crowbar.
I've scraped off the rust. Well, let's see what we've got here.
Oh. Oh, we got it. Oh. Oh.
Let's see if I can manage this. Hopefully I won't be holding onto this engine for long.
That's a motor.
I have no use for it.
That's never stopped you before.
A
I
bike.
have no use for it. I can't get it up. I can't...
Well, if that's the problem,
Still stuck. I'm sure there's nothing worthwhile in there.
what about this?
I'm sure... I have
Fine.
no use for it.
Yeah. Oh, fan
No
belt.
use for...
What about, let's see, anything else?
It's a small hatch. It's full of corroded, unsalvageable electrical
There we
equipment.
go. Hello, kid. How you doing?
An air intake duct. I'm sure it played some role when this machine was operational.
Wipe you, Horatio.
Air-
Okay, I think we're good there. We got some good stuff. Also, I did
Seem to
remember.
be foundation supports for the city above.
Those are all that's supporting the city?
I did remember that there's one thing I didn't try to do. We've had Crispin move cables around before. What's stopping us from doing this?
Crispin, can you fly around the cable and push it off the street?
But didn't you just say it's too dangerous to get close to it?
I'm giving you a chance to impress her, Crispin.
Oh,
Just fly up high enough that you don't get close to the sparks.
Fine.
whoa, snowing. Hot damn. That's kind of bonkers to me. Well, I'm gonna let Crispin go
Hey,
up
Crispin,
to the
why
floater.
don't you go talk to her?
What? No way, boss.
Aw.
She's way out of my league.
Oh, come on. There's no such thing as leagues. There's only competence and presentation.
She's a floating lamp, Crispin. You've never had any trouble with lamps before.
Well, I've never had to talk to one before, boss. Just knock them off ledges. I've got no practice.
Just believe in yourself.
She's holding a spool of copper wiring. She's holding...
We're gonna make him do it again later.
Can't you see I'm working?
Let's see. And we're made chicken Alfredo for dinner though, and that always helps. Oh hell yeah. Let's see. Obviously, let's role play. Exactly.
I've said it before, but I'll say it again. You do know this ship is never gonna fly again, right?
You're right about that. This old airing bus could hardly fly to begin with. Still, there might be some parts here that Metromine can use to get another bus up and running. Anyway, what do you want?
Hey, boss, ask him about his helper.
Sure.
My friend is curious about your helper.
Oh, she's just a sidekick factor built. Thousands of them rolled off the assembly line back in the day, but she's probably the only one left. Really not much more than a floating lantern, and headlamps are a lot cheaper.
She says you're not much more than a floating plasma torch.
Damn.
She's right.
Well, fair. Okay, let's ask the repair bot some questions.
What happened here?
What does it look like? The herring bus's motor gave out and it crashed into the only branch leading from Main Street to the rest of the city center.
Well, shit.
Was anyone on board?
Sure, but they've already been salvaged.
Salvaged? Not repaired?
Can't repair without parts. You can't get parts without salvage.
What about building new parts?
Yeah, I mean, what factory? Look, everyone wants to spot bugs, but no one wants to write code.
Shit, that's a good line.
You got a better way to run a city? Go out and build one. Otherwise, get with the program.
That's a hell of a revealing statement, isn't it?
You mentioned Metromind.
Yeah, sure. She's in charge of this big circuit board we call Metropole.
What can you tell me about her?
What do I look like? The information kiosk? I want to know what I think. Metromind is the best thing that ever happened in this place.
So, things haven't been looking up for a long time, I'm guessing.
Really?
Really? You, me, all these other machines grinding them out? We're just tools in the toolbox.
Well, it says, as a QA in my day job, I felt that line. Right.
But Metromind, she's got the master plan. Progress. Got a nice ring to it, too.
So as part of the master plan, crashing buses into roads?
Look, there's plenty of rust to go around, but Metromind's the only one scrubbing. Not her fault that some of the metal's too far gone.
It looks to me like you're the one scrubbing, not Metromind.
Like I said, I'm just a tool in the box. Now, I gotta get back to work.
Wait, I got more questions.
You again? What do you want?
How can I talk to
Since you're
Metromind?
so close to her, do you know how I can talk to Metromind?
Talk to Metromind. Look, Metromind has an entire city to run, but Horizon is are everywhere. If she wants to talk to you, she will.
Okay. So you're a shill. Just a sheep.
I'm looking for a big robot.
A
It
sheep
floats
bot.
and has big claws and shoots lasers.
Scraper. After the last big cave-in, the two of us worked together on trying to fix the blue line.
Oh.
It's on the simple side, but a hard worker. What about him?
He took something of mine.
Yeah, salvaged it probably. That's what most of us do for Metromind these days.
Stole it.
Hey, you say router, I say router. Anyway, not my problem.
Where can I find Scraper?
Do I look like a tour guide? Piece of advice for you. Don't mess with the code if you can't handle the glitches.
Very profound.
Again, this dude is like dropping some really good lines.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
If I did, I'd have salvaged it myself and brought it to the tower.
When will the bridge?
When will
Oh
the bridge
yeah.
be passable? Soon?
So I'd say something on the order of a month, give or take.
A month?
Give or take.
And there's no other way off Main Street?
Not unless you got a jetpack hiding under that jacket.
Well, at least that narrows our options down, boss.
Goodbye.
Okay. We got a new path to go to. Well, hold up. Did Crispin just not? No, we gotta try, right? We gotta. Crispin, go.
I've never had to talk to a... I've got no...
Well, fine.
All storage bladders empty.
I know where a lantern is. Let's go to a lantern, and I'm going to teach you how to talk to girls. You big old butt baby.
Hey, Crispin, how about you go practice on that light?
I can't practice on that. It's way too fast.
Excuse you? I don't like you anymore. I'm going to keep helping you, but I'm not. I don't like you. You're mean. You got a lot of making up for that one. I figured he'd be a little less judgmental, given that he is a little floating guy with no arms. Never mind, Crispin, you don't deserve her, or she doesn't deserve you, whichever direction I want that to be. Yeah, Crispin doesn't deserve the lantern. There are so many ways Just call him out on that.
Or your dear friend than Rex as your creation, you besotted gear oiler.
You'd think, but some people.
Oh, don't mind Cornelius. He's been bitter since the first great Roman brownout.
Bitter? I'll show you bitter, you backbiting bot snatcher.
I think I like these guys, boss.
Wow, he just likes insulting people. Okay.
What's in that building?
Why, Arbiter's Court, of course.
Why are Oswald named characters generally round and British? I don't know. But that's true, isn't it? Is there an Oswald that isn't, like, round and a little bit British? I guess technically Danny DeVito's Penguin is not British. Still not sure what it is exactly, but this world is really engaging and transporting when other sci-fi game worlds often aren't. Lindsay, I can tell you the secret to that. They're not explaining everything. They're only giving you data as you actually need it, and sometimes a little bit less. And they are so confident in its world without just throwing a whole bunch of like weird verbiage at you. And using very relatable, understandable, simple terms that make the transition from not knowing to knowing so easy that you just fall right into the logic. It's so combined with all of the sights and sounds, which are all familiar yet not, like homey yet alien. It just does a great job of sitting there going, you know what this is. You don't need to worry too much about it. It's just the way it is, and you get to sink into it. There was a cinema therapy the other night that was on Shaun of the Dead and Edgar Wright in general. And one of the things that they show off really well in the opening is they show you Shaun, and then they show you Liz, the girlfriend character, and then you start realizing, oh, there are other people in the scene, but it's only shown exactly when it needs to, and at no point does it feel like arbitrary or weird. They just do it exactly when you need that information and not a moment sooner. It's just smart world design and smart presentation and user experience design. Anyway.
Why else would we be here?
I need to see Arbiter.
We all do, my dear friend. But the courthouse is locked, and first come, first served.
I say that with full confidence because I'm right. Let's see. Everybody wants to spot bugs, but nobody wants to write code. I'm not computer savvy at all, but I still understand what that is. Exactly. Like, it's just, they don't say anything that's that weird. Like, nothing is really all that off kilter. It's just good writing. It's good design. I love that kind, like, Wright is so good at conveying world building in his films. Oh yeah, because he is incredibly economical as a director and writer. And he worked with performers who know how to capitalize on that. Yeah, we love Edgar Wright in this house.
Why are you waiting in line?
Justice. I'm here for justice.
Well, I got ice. Just ice.
Prove that I, Cornelius Factorbuild, created
No way
this
to melt it.
marvelous machine, Rex. Rex Cornelius built.
Ignore him, my dear friend. Candidly, he is 10-23 flops short of a kilo if you catch my drift.
I don't. Wait. I get it now.
The machine's name is Oswald built. Rex Oswald built.
This is over a name? Why not just let Rex decide?
Ridiculous. This is about principle.
This is about pride.
So, boss, would you fight over me like this?
You could call yourself Crispin Crispian for all I care. As long as you still pull things off ledges for me, that is.
Glad to know I'm loved.
Let's see. Like, that's the guy in Law and Order episode who's unloading boxes. Yep. Yeah, plus there's enough of a real-world equivalent in that code writing line for you to understand even if you're not in a robot post-apocalypse. We all know the pain of traffic being blocked off due to a car collision or arguing over what to name a pet. Yep. Love the curse besought it because it's so damn corny, but it sounds enough like sod it that it feels naturalistic. And it's also just like, lose a green to death. Like, how is that not fitting? So good. I knew that guy who works hard. Why? Is he in trouble? Fucking Law and Order extras. I love him.
How are you going to decide who gets Rex?
For the law, fool. The law.
A thing that has always existed forever and is immutable.
Please excuse my brother. He can barely remember pi to the 23rd digit, let alone his manners.
4.
I rest my case. Suffice it to say, old chap, we await the reopening of the courthouse. Or more precisely, we await a summons from Arbiter who will decide our case.
Who will say whose contribution was more important? Who will say, in fact, that my contribution was more important?
Okay. I think these guys are just gonna do this themselves. Like, we don't have to worry about it.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has lots of claws and shoots lasers. It stole something of mine. Have you seen it?
Indeed. The robot you described sounds like Scraper, Metromine's enforcer. Whatever he took is gone forever.
I refuse to accept that.
Oh, he refuses. How delightful.
Do you know where I can find a power source?
Alas, my friend, power is not so abundant in Metropole as it once was.
Magank Metromine seized it all, seized it, and doles it out. And there's hardly enough to go around now.
Metromine keeps all power sources in the Great Tower where the Council used to meet.
Okay.
If you want to share it, you will need to pay her in megacycles.
Megacycles?
Yeah, this is a term that hasn't really been explained yet. We had 5 megacycles when we walked in, and apparently we paid 1 to the host, I guess. Which, I mean, kind of falls right back into the line of thinking that Horatio, in some previous version, has been here. We know this. Apparently, he has some currency on hand.
Yes, megacycles, you ninny. CPU cycles, brain power. The kind of power she really wants. Her low-rate processor was made for running trains, not a city.
Huh. So she's quite literally just like fighting people's ability to process information.
Could someone else judge your case?
Of whom were you thinking? Metromine, perhaps? Authoritative, to be sure, but I fear she would claim Rex for the good of all.
And since the subway schemer
He means Metromine.
shut down our builder Factor, he cannot help either.
What about Horatio?
Who?
Me.
And why should we listen to you?
I've built a robot before, and I have no stake in this.
Yes, well and good, but this is a matter of law and logic.
Which are impermeable and not prone to influence by emotion.
A bit harder than banging together a tin can like your companion. How can we know your reasoning is sound?
Test me.
An interesting proposition. What do you say, Cornelius?
Oh dear. We're gonna have to like answer stuff, aren't you? Aren't we? Okay.
What did I say? I say that you are a liar and a thief, Oswald. But as to this Horatio, well, as to him, so be it.
Boss, if they make us find 7 lost crystals, I'm quitting.
Right. Consider this. At the binomial biennial, 7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for the party.
The what
Okay.
circle is gathered at the what? Is this some kind of vocab test?
Don't worry about it.
I said quiet.
Each robot is either a Factor built or a Sternweiler built.
Blasted Sternweilers.
Oh god, Hatfields and McCoys.
And moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad-core, a linear type, or a multiplex processor architecture.
Okay, so we got 2 classes and we got 3 different kinds of internal
This
structures.
is ridiculous.
Pay attention. Factor or Sternweiler, quad-core, linear type, or multiplex.
Indeed. Now I will tell you 3 things about these probabilitists. First, there are more
Probabilitist.
Factor-built robots than Sternweiler built.
Okay.
Second, every linear type robot was built by Factor.
Huh. I'm gonna have to make a grid, aren't I? So what do we know? There's Sternweiler, and there's Factor, and we also got linear processors, which are all built by Factor.
Finally, Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad core.
And we got quad core and multiplex core. Okay. And there are more factor builds than Sternweiler builds?
Now listen, which of the following statements about the probability circle cannot possibly be true?
So you're going to cut the baby in half. Oh, yeah. Let's see. 5 robots have linear processors. 5 robots have quad-core processors. 4 robots have multiplex processors. 4 robots were built by Sternweiler. This can't be true. Right? Maybe I misheard.
Could you repeat the question?
Okay, let's go over the information.
Indeed, at the binomial biennium,
7.
7 robots in the probability circle are gathered for a party. Each robot is either a factor built or a Sternweiler built, and moreover, each robot is designed with either a quad. Now I will tell you 3 things about the first. There are more factor builts. Sternweiler builts.
Okay. So, just going to put a little greater than sign.
Every linear type robot was built by factor.
Every linear. So we can just go ahead and put an X on Sternweilers, who also never built a quad core. Which is just kind of impressive. So I guess that means that multiplex processors, both of them have built?
Sternweiler never built a robot with a quad core.
Now listen, which of the following statements about the probability
Cannot possibly be true. 4 robots were built by Sternweiler. That's the simplest. But it's totally possible. Like, just because it says all linear processors are built by factor, and Sternweiler builders have never built a quad-core processor, does not mean that there's more than one. We also know there's 7, so we know that if there is 4 or more, like that's the lion's share. So naturally, boom.
4 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Good show.
The preceding facts are unchanged. Now, answer this.
Okay.
If exactly 2 factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, then which of the following must be true?
If exactly 2 factor-built robots have the exact same type of processor architecture. Okay, yeah. In which case, this is going to be the more difficult one. But it seems like Sternweiler has never built anything but a multiplex processor. Two of the 7 robots have linear type processors. Distinct possibility. 3 of the 7 robots. Okay, I want to make sure I understand the question.
At the binomial biennium, each robot and
Yeah, seen all that.
Now, if exactly 2 factor-built robots have the same type of processor architecture, then which of the following must
be true? Okay. So let's work through this. 5 of the 7 robots were built by factor. We don't really have information on that. I'm going to bear in mind, Liv, that that's your suggestion. We're going to work with this. 5 of the 7 robots were built by factor. That is a possibility, but we don't know that for a fact. 4 of the 7 robots have multiplex processors. That's possible, but again, not a fact from the situation. 3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler. Possible, but we don't know. 2 of the 7 robots have linear type processors, and 1 of the 7 robots has a quad core processor. This is the closest thing to a confirmed fact that I think we can get. I do like this, but let's see. Two of the 7 robots have. Okay. I don't. We love a logic puzzle where the answers are completely segregated from the question. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that's the case. Like, this still remains exactly true in both questions. And none of these others really have anything else that, like, gives us anything. Because I think... Let's see. In order for there to be exactly two linear types, it would both have to be factor built, as they stated. And that leaves 5 more. I don't think this is possible, because then we wouldn't have a quad-core processor. If we had this, then we would just have 2 multiplex processors, and then the... Yeah, I want to cut the baby in half, don't worry. This is also a possibility, but let's see. I think this is the closest thing we can get to a fact.
3 of the 7 robots were built by Sternweiler.
Correct.
Okay.
Here is the third question. The facts are still unchanged.
Gut, Robin built.
Which of the following types of processor architecture might you find in a probabilitist built by Sternweiler?
Really? That'd just be multiplex.
Only multiplex.
Well, it seems we underestimated you, my friend.
That one's easy.
I'm uploading the facts of our dispute to your data pouch. Please, take some time to consider, and let us know when you are ready to hear our arguments.
Okay. Where... Okay, no, that would be in the data. Rex lawsuit, designed by Cornelius.
Between Oswald and Cornelius, factor built. The legal dispute between...
Oh.
The legal dispute between Oswald and Cornelius, factor built. The legal dispute between Oswald... The legal dispute...
Okay, so that's... This is just information we have. Okay, let's go through this. One little bit at a time. So, Rex lawsuit, designed by Cornelius. Assembly by Oswald. Concept to completion, a little over 4 years. Design time, 1 year. Cornelius invented new pneumatic drivetrain. Assembly includes many servos, Waldos, and crankshafts. Cost of parts borne equally by both. Okay. Basic frame incorporates features of public domain model. Okay. Cornelius has several other well-known bot designs. Oswald has not built any other bots but serviced Factor for years. So it seems like they shared in a lot of stuff, and also they did not design the overall frame. They just modified it. So ownership is a little difficult. There's probably more original stuff by Cornelius than there is by Oswald. So service Factor for years. Okay, let's see what we can do.
Oswald factor built. I'm ready to hear your arguments.
Okay.
Excellent. My dear friend, this is not a difficult case. In the Primordium, it was once said, 10 people have 10 ideas and 20 idle hands. Wise Horatio, long years have passed, but the principle remains true.
Let's figure this out.
Did Cornelius have the idea for my beloved Rex? I concede he did. But who built him with his own claws and tools? Who hammered and soldered and wired Rex? That would be my humble self. Wise Horatio, a robot's fabric has the suffix built, not designed. And Rex is Oswald built, no matter who designed him.
Okay. He makes a good case, boss.
That is a good case.
Cornelius.
If you're so smart, you can figure this out for yourself. The question isn't what built Rex, but who built him. Your little friend there isn't named Hammer Built or Plasma Torch Built. You call him Horatio Built. Every robot uses tools to build. Oswald was merely a tool with tools. My vision was the creative force. And if you disagree, then you can go and rust in the rain.
What do you think, boss? Who gets to take credit?
So here's the problem. I hate Cornelius's logic. I hate it because it cuts out the idea of labor. And let me tell you, if you cut out labor in terms of birthing something, you're kind of missing some important parts. If we take Cornelius's argument at face value, obviously we would have to say, okay, yeah, Oswald is technically a tool. If that's the case, Cornelius is also a tool, right? Because a designer is just as much a factor in the design of something, in the building of something, as a person who's assembling it. Now, he did come up with various parts. He invented a few things. The frame itself is largely public domain. No, you're a tool. It's all good. Lark will be able to see it here in a minute. There we go. If Oswald is a person, what stops a tool from having personhood? Well, that's kind of a difficult question to answer. That's a lot more existential. But we both know who they are, and we both know who built them. And they're both considering themselves instrumental in the assembly, but both of their arguments lead me to believe that Factor is the true owner. Let's give it a shot.
Neither of you could have built Rex without the other.
Boom.
So neither of you can put your name on him. But you both share a common builder, Factor.
A common denominator, right, boss?
That's pretty good.
Both of you are Factor builds. Therefore, your robot's name is Rex Factor Built.
Factor built.
Factor built?
Ridiculous. Yet, the name is beyond dispute.
Indeed.
Take this then, as a sign of our appreciation.
Hell yeah.
I've been told it dates to the Primordium itself.
Oh, I'm kind of proud of that one. We aced it.
You know, my idea would have been to threaten to cut Rex in half.
You got upset when I cut that fuse box open.
Crow. Called it.
Yeah, but that Rex just rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh my god. All this with facts and logic and correct attribution. Crispin, you get me. He got a point back from his fat comment. He did win it back just a little bit. We're starting to learn that he is
Boss, if
a
you were to
miserable
choose between
goblin.
letting your builder die a horrible death or stealing his plasma torch, which would you do?
Crispin, stealing my plasma torch isn't going to save me from destruction.
It was a hypothetical question. I wasn't talking about us.
Yeah, I think he's just got problems.
Hello? Hello?
I don't think it can hear you, boss.
A complicated floating robot with a spinning antenna on its head.
Okay. Wait. Hey, what's stopping us from getting Crispin to talk to our lantern? Hey.
Hey, Crispin, how about practicing on the slam?
Oh, good idea.
That worked?
Okay, here goes. You really light me up.
No.
Okay. Trust me. I know how to turn on a light.
Oh my god.
Definitely not. Okay, that's enough practice.
Oh my god, he's got hard eyes.
There's gotta be some other way to communicate with that floating...
Wait.
I doubt that one.
Aw. Anything else we can do?
It's a silver disc with a faded image embossed on its front.
Well, all the same, let's go and get Crispin to talk to the floater. Here we go! Okay, Crispin?
All right, Crispin, it's now or never.
Do it! Oh, you know, it was just like an endless string. It's been like 6 hours.
All other. Whoa! That was so easy!
Aww.
She gave me a clipping of her copper wiring.
Hey, that wire belongs to the city. It's coming out of your salary.
The joke's on you. I don't have one.
You tell him.
She's just helping light up the repair site.
You know what?
Not until I've made a few upgrades to myself.
Huh. Okay. Oh my god. That was really good. Again, another point. Like, we're still waiting for him to be redeemed.
Come take a look.
But you know what? Yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at that motor. And we're going to give him the car engine.
Here you go, Leopold. A nice big engine for you.
A string of light puns? Fuck.
Not bad at all. You're a real scavenger expert.
Is that a compliment or an insult, boss?
Well, all the same,
Wait
now we have a motor.
This motor's broken. The copper wiring's been stripped.
You don't say.
All items sold as is, Tyro. And I never said anything about copper wire being included.
Oh my god. Hello, mother. Yeah, you didn't miss a hell of a lot. You did miss some stuff, but hey.
Piece of work, Leopold.
Hey, guess what, mother? VODs are available in perpetuity on twitch.tv/Anderjack and on youtube.com/Anderjack. With YouTube VODs going up within 24 hours of initial airing. Robin Debbie-ville. I love it. That's so good. Oh, okay.
Never said anything about that, neither. Now you want to trade? Let's trade. Otherwise, get a move on.
Okay. So we got copper wiring. Let's plug that into the motor.
Hey! She gave that to me as a token of her affection.
I know, but also this is kind of paying, like you're paying me back for that fat comment.
I'll give you all the copper wiring you want once we're done here.
Like I want a token of your affection.
I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without crossing any wires.
Oh
Why don't we just
boy.
use the plasma torch?
That's not going to work this time.
The crowbar?
Nope.
Okay. So. This is going to be really tricky. I do know kind of how to solve this. Let's see if I can pull it off. Dang it. No, it's not what I want to do.
And
Boom.
one more piece of junk
Hell yeah.
is operational.
I'm proud of that.
An extremely advanced motor.
Now, what do we do with it?
A pretty basic radio transmitter. By playing with the settings, I can send up to a 4-digit signal. It's a silver disc with a faded image embossed on.
Can we...
I doubt that will.
Okay.
An extremely.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen that puzzle on TikTok so many times. For those of you who don't know, TikTok occasionally has like these little games that people put up. That you can just play for whatever reason. And a lot of people like show it off to be like, oh, this is impossible. And they're not. But sometimes the puzzles are really interesting. And I like to do that. I like to mess with that. Wait.
It's a silver disc with a fade.
What? With the items that we have, what do we... What was the thing we could get with something antique and fancy? The memory access device. I think that might be the disc. It was kind of described in a way that made me think, maybe this is it. Yeah?
You wanted something antique and fancy. How about the silver disc?
Might be a quarter or something.
Arrow, here's the memory access device.
Shit, okay. We only have 2 more items, technically. Maybe 1.
All you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
A data pouch, you say?
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
This is really starting to get annoying.
We have a plug! Okay.
That was
Boop.
easy.
And now we can put it in our data
Even
pouch.
easier.
Oh my god. Hell yeah. Okay. Geochords, center plans, EFL, we've seen all that. Goliath. Leo barter. Oh. Well, if we get a Gek and a glass thumb, we're good. Wait, what about the plug board? Maybe that doesn't count. Prime numbers! This lists them all. Oh, thank you. Wait, can we factor in 16 digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We technically could. But where is the information that we just got? We don't need that. All that. And of course, this isn't going to have anything, but may as well check.
Information.
Well, yeah, Horatio, you do have a plug up your... Okay, what else do we got? Let's go back to the courthouse now. I think we're doing pretty well. Ooh, more map, you say? Sweet Court Station Tower. I keep forgetting that this is a thing I can do.
A complicated... Hello?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna...
Okay, so that's what we got to do with it, right? Can we use the signal transmitter?
I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
Jesus.
On
Okay.
an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
I also like how the map is so simplistic. No names, just, hey, this is the tower. Yeah. I really do appreciate that. Okay, so we're just typing out, with 4 digits at a time, entire sentences. Mandelbrot. Okay. Silent one. You're the one who doesn't speak. Hold on, I have to do the voice. Let me get a little sip of water. See if I can do this. Silent one. You're the one who doesn't speak.
What's he saying?
Shh.
You do not join the harmony. I sing alone.
Who are you?
I am one hard white friend. To your kind, I will be known as Gimbal, built by Lapidus of Civitas.
We've heard about Civitas a couple of times now. Civitas.
The choir is silent. Burning ship has been extinguished. The strange tractors are trapped at night. I alone sing the function.
Why are you in line?
When I came to this silent city, I looked for others to join the harmony. Leopold, built by Steeple, told me to be allowed a device that would sing with me.
Hey.
In exchange, I traded my second motor. What he sold me does not say.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a record.
That still doesn't explain why you're here.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force him to return it.
You have lawsuits in the Great Fractal?
Infinite lawsuits, Silent One.
Why don't you speak?
I sing with all my voices. You hear only one.
Can I go ahead of you?
No, I must recover my motor so that I can dance with the harmony.
Gimbal.
May Mandelbrose?
Is this your motor?
My joy rises like a phoenix. You
Hell
are
yeah.
silent, but you know the harmony. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, Simon.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're helping everybody.
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along for the ride.
Hell yeah.
Courthouse closed until further notice, pursuant to Civil Ordinance Section 889-B1C.
We repaired the motor and we gave it to the person who needed it. Yeah, doing good. And we got a record.
Sir, my apologies, sir. 187th Legion built. Surly Company, reporting.
Horatio Nobuild, version 5. A pleasure.
Horatio Nobuild, sir? Never heard of any service bot with that designation. Still, it's good to see another Urbanian, sir. After things got foobarred back home, I figured Surly Company was all that was left.
Urbanian? What are you talking about?
This sod finally made a friendly and uses Krykus primer.
Oh, come on, dude.
No offense, sir, just hoped... Well, never mind that. How can I assist you, sir?
Oh, doesn't it feel nice to help people? I actually love quests like that. Like, if you just gave me a game just of puzzles like that, like, just, like, finding stuff and helping reconnect people with their stuff. Like, that sounds like a fun game to me. All right, Lindsay, well, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate you coming here. I know you were excited to come on in. And hey, you could just watch the BODs later and catch up. Uh-oh, before you go? Yes, comfy times. Oh, very happy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, let's continue on as we wish Lindsay a farewell. Good night, dreams sweet.
Surly Company. Urbanian. What are you talking about?
Well, sir, I'm not sure quite where to start. I had you figured for one of us, seeing as how you came up as a friendly on my IFF.
Actually, Caden, you kind of reminded me that there's this game called Diary of a Spaceport Janitor, which is kind of in that ballpark. One day we should try that out. I've been wanting to get all the way through it. It seems like exactly that kind of experience. Also, Dropsy.
I could see you as a member of Surly Company, boss, but as friendly? No.
Zumi's got some mouth on him, huh, sir? Always do those flyboys.
Look, why don't you just give me a quick rundown?
Well, sir, can't see the harm, even if you are a decoy. War's over, after all. It was over before Surly Company even deployed. See, we're Urbanian robots.
So he's a bot who was built for a purpose that no longer existed.
Long time back, Urbani and Metropol got to fighting over something. Who knows what. The Metropolitans fried their civilians, and Legion told us to strike back. Word was, some big airship of ours was supposed to knock out Metropol's defenses, and we just come in for mop-up. But the Metros took our ship down with their own heavy hitter, some giant named Goliath.
Hey!
I see.
Anyway, Surly Company was all that was left, so we deployed 200 strong.
What happened then?
Well, it's a long march from Urbani, sir, and most of us broke down on the way. All said and done, the only ones who made it were me, 113th, and a signal bot we call Primer. The rest are all out there in the dunes somewhere.
I'm sorry.
War's war, sir. If it didn't crash hard, they wouldn't have built us in the first place.
If it makes you feel any better, Horatio cut Goliath's finger off.
Well, sir, someone ought to stick a medal on your chest.
That wasn't all I did. I will forever cite a post-game moment in a short hike where I was fully willing to give away half my stamina bar with no expectation I'd get it back, just to help another character out. Yeah, that was... A short hike was actually one of the first games I played on this channel. And I really freaking loved that game. I'm tempted to go back to it just to, like, revisit some old games that might not look so good in like, the older VODs. And a short hike is something that I really want to, like, flesh out and complete, because that game is a delight. All right, let's go ahead and start asking them some questions.
Why are you in line?
Seeing as how I'm on the outside now, sir, I figured I had to go pay restitution for shooting up the enemy HQ.
Enemy HQ.
Yes, sir. That big tower in the center of the city.
Okay, so why haven't you paid? It sounds like all of this happened a long time ago.
Years ago, sir. But the courthouse has been locked down the whole time. I figured they'll open it up eventually, and then I can clear my name.
What if it doesn't open?
Well, sir, I know all about hurry up and wait.
So he's literally like, wow. So the courthouse has been locked for years. And it's likely, we don't know how recently he came up to do this, but it's probably been a good hot minute, right?
Can I try opening that door?
Belay that, sir. The authorities told me that no one goes in till the door opens on its own.
But aren't we on the same side?
Affirmative, sir. But since I'm on CivDiv now, my programming requires me to submit to the local authorities.
Okay.
What happened to 113th and Primer?
After we got to Metropole, we tried to put up a fight, but couldn't do much. They fried 113th, and my rifles jammed. Primer surrendered on our behalf. After dressing us down, they took all my big guns and sold the 113th shell to some scrap dealer.
113th shell.
Primer never was the same. He encrypted part of his own logic so he wouldn't have to think about losing the war any longer. Then, he disappeared beneath the city. And me, I came here.
How did the war end?
For Surly Company, it ended when we staggered in here and surrendered. Beyond that, sir, it's all above my pay grade. Truth is, sir, we never even knew what we were fighting for, let alone what the Metropolitans wanted. So I can't say for certain that Metropole won, but I'm pretty sure Urbani lost, what with all the civilians being dead and the army being beaten.
Dang.
How do you know you even have to pay something?
This seems logical, sir.
What if I could pay your fine for you, or get it canceled?
Well, sir, then I'd be much obliged. I'll probably just leave town. Can't say that I'd much like being in enemy territory.
And how are we gonna do that, boss?
I'll figure something out.
Okay, we got another little mission. Near Automata. You will lose literally everything. Hours and hours of gameplay. There is a chance the message you send will be kind to a stranger. Players, do that! Yeah. That is still one of my favorite things.
I met Primer.
You still crazy?
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Oh. That.
I am waiting.
Sad robot.
What are you doing here?
Waiting.
For what?
My bus.
I'm pretty sure the bus isn't coming.
It will come.
Your bus is a burning wreck about 2 blocks from here.
It will come. I must go home. Metromind will take me home. I am
A rather simple-looking model.
Wow. That's just a guy.
Stop. Buses run every 10 minutes. 10 is crossed out, and 30 is written below it. 30 is crossed out, and 60 is written below it. 60 is crossed out, and daily is written below it.
Daily minutes? That doesn't make sense.
If it makes you feel better, daily is crossed out, and service suspended is written below it.
God. So we're fixing that bus, right? Primer encrypted some of his own files. And we know now that he's Urbani. What other things can we do before we go down? Because now we know. Now we know. We gotta check that out. I did see a brand new robot hanging out over here.
Horatio Null built version 5.
There you are.
I am Metromind.
No!
I have been watching you.
Don't worry about it.
I am always watching.
We'll stop that.
I know what you are doing.
No, you don't.
I know why you are here.
Nuh-uh.
You are welcome in my city.
Thank you.
But that welcome can be taken away.
Try me.
And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Like your head?
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind.
Let's check in.
A gray android.
Oh,
Hi, Rex.
okay.
Well, if it isn't my dear friend Horatio, to what do I owe the pleasure? Have you come to relieve me of another belonging?
But Rex is right here.
For the moment. Soon his visitation with Cornelius will begin.
Oh my God, they have joint custody.
I'm sorry.
Please do not embarrass us both with your false sympathy.
Why do you and Cornelius hate each other?
Firstly, because he is arrogant, incompetent, and dishonest. And secondly, because I once loaned him something of great sentimental value to me and he lost it.
So why'd you ever like him in the first place?
I cannot say.
Goodbye.
Parting is such sweet soul.
Maybe we can talk to Cornelius and get that thing back. What possible places could he be, though? Definitely not here. Let's try the entryway. Maybe he's just hanging out.
Not gonna happen, Lampy. It looks like a lighthouse, or the cool stripes, or the coastline, or any boats. I guess it just looks like a light.
Are you finished?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see. I guess it's unlikely that Cornelius is just going to be hanging out. So, let's go back to the street. And just go straight down. Okay, so we talked to Primer. We got through all that conversation, but now... Boom.
An impressive device, if you can't think for yourself. As for this robot, I need no such help.
You're 187's brother.
You're 187's brother.
Line up the toy soldiers, 200 abreast. The bravest of brave, the best of the best.
Backtracking does make fast travel does make backtracking way somewhat simpler. Yeah, in this game it's great. It's actually really well implemented.
Wind up the toy soldiers to march on their way. The city has found no reason to stay. 200 abreast, my sisters and brothers. Now only 3 left. Forget all the others.
I guess that's a yes.
50 behind me came off the line. The gun is no fun for being a brother of mine.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
So... I don't remember what happened when
No
we
need
tried
to
this.
show it to Primer. I have nothing.
Ah, fine. Let's look around a little bit. Oh, oops. Clicked off the window like a stupid. There we go. Ooh, got a bridge. Hey, go use that.
Crispin, can you try typing something into that keypad?
If by typing you mean ramming my face, then yes, boss, I suppose I can.
He's gonna do it. I don't know what the code could be. Let's see. Primer came off 50 spots before 187. Only 187, 113, and Primer survived, which makes Primer 51. No, wait. Primer came off 50 spots before 187. That'd be 137. But I don't think that really matters at the moment. Shoot. Okay. Do we have anything else that might help me out here? Ever faithful. We got all these codes. I don't think we got much that we can actually like juggle here. Can we, I mean, okay, signal transmitter is also a 4-digit code
Maybe I can trigger
thing.
it from here.
But what would the number be? It doesn't really help us, does it? I'm a little stumped here. So, let's see. Wait.
It's a raid.
Kind of wish I could
It's a
remember.
huge crane.
Can we use that?
There's something up there on the crane.
Maybe it's a guy. What do we know that might give it? Let's look around a little more. But does anybody remember some of what Primer talked about when we got his description? Because they did give us a number, 137.
Do you know anything about that locked bridge past the cars?
What I know is a vault locked tight with a key, which only a fool would open for free.
Fine. What do you want?
Was that a fool, a peddler is he, who opens his locks for merely a fee?
I repeat, what do you want?
Nothing more than to sit here and see if you poor interlopers are smarter than me.
Boss, can we use the plasma torch on him?
No. Goodbye.
Farewell, live
Okay.
for my sake. Your mission is calling, and the city awaits.
I think Liv has something here, because that's his puzzle, and the only number he hasn't explicitly given us is 137, right? We know 113, we know 187, we don't know 137 explicitly, so why not use that? 0137. Let's see. Like, if he's trying to, like, pull a prank on us, if he's trying to make a puzzle for himself, and that's the only thing missing.
Let's go.
Boom! Ha! I'm good at video games! God. This is making my brain hurt.
Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
I am Clarity Arbiter built. Version 2. Lock Lurk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole.
I love you.
This is my home.
Hello.
Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
Are you single?
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
I mean, in this world, that seems fair.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio Nobuild, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio built, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
Oh my god. Oh. Oh, this is good. This is good. We're having a good time.
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs.
Shells. Okay, so it really is the case that Metromind is taking the things that allow these guys to have autonomy in exchange for what is essentially eternal life. Yeah, they're robot zombies. They want nothing more than to zombies. They want nothing more than to stay alive, to keep going at the expense of their own sense of self. If we buy into the idea that they did so willingly. But also, when you create a system in which that's the only currency, and it's also the only way to survive, what choice do they have?
Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
Changing autonomy just to get high and stay high, I mean, I don't think that's wrong. I do think we're talking about like a bizarre form of fascist capitalism. Like, there is no sense in a leader pulling away people's sense of self and exchanging that for the ability to stay alive. There is something about that that's kind of poignant. But I do think also, like, just the fact that they are kind of going this angle is like, oh boy, they are destroying themselves and removing themselves from their own selves.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromine now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the underworks.
Okay, so that was a former process.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant.
Words Robin built.
They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
Okay.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropol's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly.
Damn.
It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint, but he has been without me for a long time.
Huh.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
2 other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear.
She said taint.
The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
Oh.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
Take it back, not in the cop bots. I mean, yeah, she is actually born that way.
No, I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
I'd like to report a theft.
I think she's a little bit more Punisher than cop.
My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers,
Talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city.
Metromind Manbuilt. The person getting rid of any evidence that man ever existed. I'm starting to see why Clarity isn't above ground anymore.
I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
I don't think we've seen that before, no. I think that's a new revelation.
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
Yeah, but under what definition?
He shot me, and he stole it.
calm down, boss.
This occurred inside the city.
Arbiter Manbuilt was mentioned earlier, but that was in this combo, I think. Yeah, like, we kind of can assume that Arbiter and Metromind were built by man. We wouldn't know that for certain, but, like, having it stated plainly is kind of a big deal, given what we know about this city.
No, in the dunes.
I see. In a crashed airship.
Yes, I said that already.
I appreciate your report, Horatio Nullbuilt. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler-Built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took your power core. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law.
Well, we're not asking you to be a cop.
Second, a crashed ship in the dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a Council member, would be within his rights to seize it. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further examination.
I can fix her.
Did you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man himself?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by Council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
So...
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by Metromind.
Ah. We can't necessarily rely on that information being super accurate, but... Urbanians killing men. That would give Metromind... I would say that's evidence for the idea that history is being manipulated. So what's Metromind got against man, if that's the case?
Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
That's true.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases before Arbiter.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records.
Huh.
All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
Okay, so... I know she's a cop. And this isn't a thirst statement. I think she's actually representing something really important here. Horatio is operating under a lot of assumptions that he cannot confirm. Everybody is. Everybody has bought into these systems, these ways of thinking. Clarity isn't. Yes, she's technically a cop. However, I think what's more important is she's a literalist. And that might actually be really important here. She is not willing to give character to most statements. She is trying to keep things as clean and dry as possible. And I think if we start thinking about it that way, if we start thinking about the facts that we're given, or rather the truths we're given, we may be able to figure out the actual facts underneath. Just an idea. Do I understand correctly that Metromind is a trained system that gains self-intelligence? Basically, yeah. Like, we don't know exactly the means to get there, but we do know that Metromind started out just... would have phrased this in a very particular way, and I'm sorry in advance. She was responsible for the trains running on time. Anyway, our whole history tab of the info booth was about, Oli. Yeah. He's good, Chase. He's got clarity of vision. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's the response I needed. It's terrible. Anyway.
How can I see Arbiter?
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the order they are brought to court. But...
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer hearing cases. But that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases and controversies. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in the scavenger's statement. So perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason.
Huh.
If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help, but how do we even get into the courthouse?
Huh. Also true, we can't assume the guy is derelict in his duty if there's other possibilities. Yeah, as far as she is aware, he has to perform his duties. If that's not the case, something is wrong. That he would not give up on his duties because she knows that she would not give up on hers. So there is a certain logic to that where she knows that everybody operates according to their own programming. As she definitely is.
This will get you inside.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind, but I am glad it was you that I saved.
Aw.
I wish you justice.
Well, while there were some problems in there, like the fact that she's a cop, I don't think she's a cop. I think she's just a literalist who is kind of designed.
Boss, do you think we could invite my one true love to live with us?
Why am I getting the feeling you don't even know her name? I think you may be rushing into things.
If only.
I don't think Clarity would approve of our taking one of her skulls.
Oh, why not?
It's a shell's.
She steals shell skulls by the sludge shore?
Oh my god. My dude.
It's been completely stripped of any useful parts. It's been
Let's see, is there anything else around here that we can use? You could be in trouble, and we'd already seen that robots in the city don't like to put their necks out too far with that crashed bus. Yeah. The other thing... Wait, we still have some things to... The cop who collects skulls, but they are zombie skulls. Yeah. It's fine. So, my guess is that Arbiter has difficulty functioning without clarity. Which... Hey, that's a pretty on-the-nose metaphor right there. Maybe he's not willing to pass jurisdiction without somebody who is able to look at things objectively.
Why aren't you with Arbiter?
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice as superior.
What do you mean?
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should respond. I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the council and govern by decree. Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war and suffering. As ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropole is owned by either the council or a private citizen. If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court one day. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots all the time.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
No offense. I kind of like her.
There's a robot named 187th Legion built waiting at the courthouse. He says he has to pay a fine for damaging city property. Is there any way to cancel the fine or pay it without standing in line?
I do not provide assistance to robots who attacked this city, nor do I help criminals avoid paying their debts.
That's it? Go visit Arbiter? You're just going to let Metromind attack and rob me?
If Metromind violated the law, it must be proven. Until it is proven, what the law does not forbid, the law permits. And what the law permits, I must permit.
Yep.
This is insane. Metromind is a tyrant and a thief. You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metromind from you. The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more dangerous. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need law's armor, Horatio, far more than you need its sword. I despise Metromind, but justice must be impartial, or it is meaningless.
Your justice is already meaningless. Goodbye.
Watch yourself, Horatio Nullbuilt. There are many dangers in this city.
So, Clarity and Charity. Charity is still hanging around. She's not a cop, she's just a lawyer. And apparently a damn good one. At least in some sense. But, man. The lawful or good debacle?
Warning.
Ooh.
Factor facilities decommissioned. Enter at own risk.
Oh no. Do we have to save beforehand?
Some kind of wastewater. The current is pushing all the junk up against the bridge's supports.
Hey, Crispin, go deal with that.
I don't really want to try that.
Why not? Why not do it? Do it for me.
I
Do it
can't
for
play a
Mama.
record on a tape deck.
Damn it.
It's an encoded keycard. It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means.
And I can't use it. Well,
For now, that thing's best to keep it that way. It's some kind of...
Whatever it is, it looks dangerous.
so I guess,
For now, that's best to...
okay. Yeah, they don't want us going here yet. Ugh. Let's see. Well, I guess let's talk to Primer, see what he thinks.
There's a shell just past here.
Yeah, aren't you worried he's gonna eat you or something?
I've seen
Comes in with
him
the
right
chaos
on,
faction.
though he'll not see me. And so we are happy as neighbors can be.
Can you hide us from him?
If I could,
Do I have a
would,
memory
but the
disk?
choice is not mine. There's no room in his brain.
Goodbye.
Farewell, farewell, linger not for my sake. Your mission is calling. The city awaits.
I think I used the memory disk with other things. Yeah, I did. So I ain't got memory to give him. But dang. Okay, let's head back up. Well, I guess the only thing we can really do is go back to the court, see if maybe we can scrape together some new info. We just talk to 187th and, like...
180. There's nothing more to say.
What, really?
Believe that. Keep information.
I guess we need to wait our turn.
Well, what can we do then? Can we at least...
Keep information.
Hanger? Okay, let's, anything else we can do?
Courthouse closed until further notice.
Maybe we could separate it from our plug and data pouch and really give us anything new anyway, right? As far as I'm aware, it didn't.
There's no reason to...
But I'm not sure what else we can do with it. Let's see.
That's never going...
Believe that. Keep in...
I guess.
I see something up there, and it's really bothering me that I can't do anything with it. Train, cars, factory. What else do we have? Got a fan belt, which I still don't know
Machine belt.
what to do with.
The law it's written by Clarity Arp. It explains about the refuge rule and says that
Hey!
for the first 48 hours after a robot arrives in Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage. Look here. Under Metropole's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed. I shot that building pretty good.
Are you sure?
Think so.
187th. There's nothing more.
Are you sure? Like, okay, let's,
The law,
come on.
no need to show. I doubt that.
Believe that.
I guess we.
Damn it. Well, we did get some new information, so that's good. Let's see. Well, what's another place that we haven't been? We haven't been back to the tower in a bit. Is there anything we can do here? Just have this, but like I'm not sure what else we can do with it. Dang.
It's sealed. This must be where 187th Legion built tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
They're super...
Okay, so maybe we can tell them that. This game operates on a lot of like basic information, so maybe we can just talk to them.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the Masonic P-shirts they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
Well, okay. Hell yes. I guess, yeah, let's grab this key card. Okay, so for Liv's sake, what happened was, we gave 187th the laws of the land, specifically about the refuge rule, which is within 48 hours you're not held liable for like certain crimes, including property damage beyond a certain amount. He didn't actually commit property damage. He didn't destroy a door. What he did was do something superficial. And so we basically gave him a legal loophole to go, you know what? It's okay. You can just walk away. And so we made it so that he never needed to be there in the first place. Let's pop on in. Oh.
Ram and wrong. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey, bud. But this actually does
Arbiter,
look...
my name is Horatio Nobilt.
This actually does look like a pretty serious courtroom, doesn't it?
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man.
I don't think he's defunct. I think he's just taking information.
How can I make them?
Now, we're not talking about...
How can I... Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss? It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Huh.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system. I can't read. It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it.
Let's take a look around for a second, see if there's anything. But...
So the Great Arbiter is nothing more than a broken shell.
all right. Justice is buggy!
So, boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
Yeah, Charity, like, that's a good point. We don't really know where she is. She's supposed to be
all
here.
That work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
So the Great Arbiter...
Huh. Okay.
Anyone home?
Boss, I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to do any good.
Well, it's not going to do any harm.
Fair.
It's a basic robot that... It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness.
The darkness, you say?
Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Wait.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It
Oh.
looks like she shot herself.
Oh.
There's nothing I can do for her. There's nothing. It's a large puncture left by an exiting projectile.
That's one way to describe it. You could also say it's a giant hole in her head.
Inside is a memory access port.
Memory access port, you say?
You mean her brain?
Wait. I have something for that, don't I?
It's downloading some memory files.
We plugged in the memory, like, access card that we got from Leopold into our data pouch. We were just waiting for an opportunity to use it.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity.
Injudicious.
Withdraw from the council, but
Show others there is an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
I can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected.
Oh, shit. Hey, you look good. No, I don't want to.
Hide. It's Scraper. It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it. So the Great Arbiter is not...
Wait,
It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it.
that's new information, right? Well, we have a transmitter.
Crispin, get ready. I'm going to try something.
Alt.
Now.
Getting the fuck out of here. Sneaky, 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 sneaky bot. We're a sneaky, 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 sneaky bot.
We tricked him.
He's coming. Move it. Turn around. Hey!
Attempt to flee.
What? No, we're just going to the bathroom.
Authorized.
Nobody's authorized that.
Locked.
Surrender. Deactivate. Integrate.
Whoa.
If I refuse,
Termination. Authorized.
I see.
Hold up. Okay, I gotta think about this. Oh my god. Okay. What do we got? We got an object.
Surrender.
It looks like a bomblet.
Oh. Wait, where is it? It's B734. Hold up, okay? Just hold up. So we need to... Seven. Is that it? Let's double check. 734. Boom. Y'all were on it as well.
Got him, boss.
We all had the same idea.
Got him. Forfeit yourself, you glitchy son of a toaster.
We still don't have our power core.
We're not immune from that infraction, but it was probably more effective. And hey, if you kill the cop, nobody can hold you accountable.
And we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
It does feel good.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Thank you, Horatio. Oh my god. I guess all we can do now is just go back to Clarity, right? Let's hit her up. Hey, boo.
Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No, it's not that. Arbiter is gone, and Charity is dead.
What?
Arbiter's system has been wiped. Charity, it looked like Charity shot herself. I'm sorry. It might not be what it seems. Maybe Metromind.
There are no maybes, Horatio. Only ones and zeros. And all I can see are zeros.
This game's lines, this game's dialogue, for some reason just keeps smacking you.
My sister is dead. My builder is gone.
Clarity. I was able to download some of Charity's last memories.
And what's worse is, that is a perfectly sensible line. It is a logistically sound line that...
Two of them are locked. Did Charity tell you what password she used?
No, but it doesn't matter. I know the password.
Oh?
Mercy.
Mercy.
I tell you, Metromind, the Constitution is not a rewritable file to adjust at the Council's whim.
If it cannot be rewritten, then perhaps it must be deleted entirely.
I will save at the next possible instance. Also, this game does autosave at every screen.
And when
it did tell me that.
We will progress beyond the law and enter a new primordium.
Like, I didn't want to stop yet, even though we're past time, because I lost track of time. B, I'm fucking riveted. And C, I don't think now's a good time to stop.
Progress. Is that what you call blackouts and breakdowns?
No, they are glitches inherent in any system upgrade. It may be that we need to remove certain incompatible elements.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
I've heard enough. This meeting is adjourned. Oh.
Charity, only you can save your builder.
What do you mean?
War is coming. When it does, Arbiter will lose. The law is weak. The only way Arbiter could defeat me would be to abandon it, which he cannot do. And even if he could, such a victory would destroy him just as a defeat would. So Arbiter will lose. The city will suffer, and it will be your fault.
Damn.
I do not see how that would be my fault.
Oh, come now. You have tried to persuade Arbiter to make peace. You have tried, but you have failed. That is because Arbiter built you to fail. In the end, neither you nor your sister can change his mind. You are only the illusion of advice.
Ooh.
You exist to confirm his own prejudices.
You're lying. Arbiter listens to our advice.
I never lie. Now, Scraper has a gift for you. An upgrade. Use it, and you will be able to persuade Arbiter.
I would never betray him.
Then you admit it. You were not built to persuade Arbiter, only to pretend. Continue to pretend and you will not persuade Arbiter. War will come, and Arbiter will be destroyed. So the decision is yours. As for which choice is betrayal, you must be the judge of that.
Lock the door, Charity.
Huh.
Took you some time to return from the Great Tower.
It's good to know gaslighting still exists in this Primordium.
I was thinking, Your Honor, about Metromind. About her proposal to be made system administrator of Metropole.
And what have you concluded?
What I'm seeing is Arbiter's mistake was sending Clarity away. You need reason just as much as rhyme. And it seems that way, yeah. But,
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it?
We must have peace.
Even you, Charity.
What have I done?
did you just...
Metromind. There she is again, at the root of all our problems.
Metromind is wrong. The law is not weak, and destroying Arbiter did not destroy justice. She will learn exactly how wrong she was.
Ooh.
First, Metromind's possessions are forfeit. Whatever right she claimed to your power core is null and void. So I will help you take it from her and Scraper. It will be the first thing I take from them, but it will not be the last.
Hell yeah.
We've already destroyed Scraper, but how can we get to the core?
It will be in the Great Tower. To gain entry, we will need the passcode, known to members of the Robot Council. Arbiter, Factor, Memorius, Steeple, and of course, Metromind.
Another code? Doesn't anyone use a besotting key anymore?
As I was saying, we will need the key code. Arbiter never told it to me, but I recovered 3 fragments of it from Charity's memory files. 03067, 440, and 26.
We only need 6 more digits.
But I do not know the proper order, and there are 16 digits in total.
Well, that leaves about 83,000 different possibilities, but maybe the rest is all ones, right, boss?
As far as I know, the other council members are all gone, but secrets, like guilt, can never be wholly erased, and all of the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Let us see what we can find.
Okay, I guess we got our new mission. Yeah, we're saving here and we're stopping for the day. So, oh my god. Jesus. Okay, what do we call this save? Because we didn't save it all throughout this whole thing. Okay. Let's destroy the government. Yay! Oh my god. So, that was something else, you know? I am still kind of over the moon about it. I would have said lynch the landlord. You know what? I'll go with that. Yeah. Well, I got people who are kind of like bothered by the word lynch, so I'm gonna stray away from that one. But hey, this was a great stream. This was fantastic. I want to thank everybody for coming. So we got through all that. We learned that like there's this whole history that is being warped and manipulated by Metromind. And the very core legal system is being undermined and destroyed by Metromind by way of basically gaslighting. So we got a lot that we're working with right now. We'll be back on Saturday. Of course, VODs are going to be available on Twitch and on YouTube. Let's see. As a reminder, on Tuesday, I might not stream. That would be... What day would that be? That would be the 23rd. But I will keep everyone in mind. Hey, I also use Instagram to let people know where things are. And that's Insta_Anderjack. I might make a channel there so that people can get updates just live whenever I change the schedule, whenever I can't stay afloat. It might be a little bit easier. You can get notifications, so forth. Anyway, having said all that, once again, thank you all for coming. I've been Robin Anderjack without a C and will continue to be so for the foreseeable future. I cannot wait to see what happens next. I am so freaking excited. Thank you to everyone who suggested this game to me. Until then, everyone, get hydrated, get vaccinated, get masked up, be good, be safe, be awesome, and... God. Bye.